not English. This is not English. Do not worry about your life. Friends, is it possible? It's naturally impossible. Why would you tell a human being? I think you should, the place is getting hot. Why would you tell a human being not to worry about their life? I need to pray. I need to say, Father, the possibility you saw that can make you tell a human being not to worry about his life, let it happen to me. Not to worry. Don't worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink. So you can see that fervency in prayer in relation to what you would eat or drink is not fervency. When you fervency in prayer in relation to what you will eat or drink is not fervency, because you are fervently wrong. Because in the first place, you were not to worry about what to eat or drink. So it can't be your point of fervency. So you can see that going to the mountain is not a proof of fervency. The question is, what did you go there to do? So sometimes a lot of prayers are worry inspired. And whether God answers it or not, it's not the issue now. The issue is that, are you going to remain like this? Because God can answer you whereas you are not usable. Yeah. So don't worry about what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is life not more than food? Can you see why that woman could give a whole livelihood? Because she has engaged the life that is more than food. Are you together with me? She has engaged the life that is what? That is more than food. That's the quality of her soul. Later in the day, we'll talk about the widow of Zarephath also, who had what she will eat and a child, and they would die. And she gave it to the prophet. And you would just think it's a simple scripture. It's not a simple scripture, because Jesus now later referred to her and said, of all the widows that are in the whole of Israel, God had enough sense not to send the prophet to any of them. Because if he had sent the prophet to any of them, the prophet would have died. One, none of them had the faith, because it was a conversation of faith. So that woman attracted heaven because of the faith she had. Are you with me? Are you with me? Not the faith she had when Elijah came. The faith she had before Elijah came. It was her faith that brought it. Am I preaching here? So she's not just a widow. No, she's a child of covenant. She's a child that work has been done in her spirit. Are you together with me? How do you look at your child? A terrible woman can still afford to die. But how it means that our connection to the kingdom was higher than the survival of a child. Woman. Women don't joke with their children. This woman risks her child's life for a prophet. See, let me tell you one of my covenants with God. One of my promises to God. I'm going to preach the apostolic message. It's one of my covenant with God. I'm not going to preach what aligns with common sense. I'm going to preach what I will have two types of audience. Those that will never want to hear me, and those that will want to hear me with their life. Yeah. So the success of my ministry is not just how many people I gain. It's how many people I lose. So I count who left. They are part of my members. They are part of my crown. Yeah, because I know the things I preach sometimes are very strong. I know sometimes some people are afraid to talk about it. So when you hear me preach about marriage, you know how strong I come. Yeah. I don't say the woman is the neck. That message brought rebellion into the church of God. The woman is not the neck that controls. We were saying it joyfully. Said the man is the head, but the woman is the neck. The head will never go until the neck turns. That's why we have women who are extremely manipulative. Some homes have devils in them. Yeah. Some men of God can't obey God because they have. Yeah. I'm telling you the truth. And it was doctrine that made that devil. Some men can never even tell their wives what the Lord is saying. A man should be able to tell his wife, this is the next place we are going to. And the woman goes to get strength from the Lord. Yeah. Not every time, not every day, but the man should be able to tell the woman, woman of God, this is what the Lord has said. And she said, yes, my Lord, that's what the Lord has said. That's how holy women lived. I know you like Abraham's blessing, but can you sojourn, Abraham sojourning, if you were Sarah with him? Because all the places he was going, Sarah was going. One time he followed Abraham, Sarah kept following Abraham until she lost her husband. Until they collected her. So I'm thinking, which kind of man be this? We are blessed already. Which land is he looking for? They eventually get to the land. He said, it's not the land. I'm looking for a city. Who built and make it God? I'll be looking for it. He eventually got to the land. He says it's not the land. It's okay. Where's the land? He said, a city which have foundation. Who built and make it God? Congrats. She kept following the guy until one day she said, okay, you have seen it now. You don't have wife again. They collected his wife. Then his God now showed up. Said, you are a dead man, O you king. You are dead. Collect my prophet's wife. He said, he didn't tell me. But I tell you truly, many widows were in Israel in days of Elijah. Can you see how God counts? This is our God. You see, you can be 1 billion and it does not see 2. Many widows were in days of Elijah, when heaven was shut up 3 years and 6 months, there was a great famine on land, but to none of them was Elijah sent. All of them empty. So God does not register your disadvantage. He didn't say they are widows. Because a lot of you are not operating faith and operating the ways of God because you think God is understanding with you. This our God is indicting widows. You see how wicked he is? Indicting widows. Say, widow ni. Which widow ni? When you are a child of God, no disadvantage. No disadvantage. Whether widow, whether married, whether tall, whether short. Whether say, God, you see, I've not been married. What's God's business? I'm not married. My mates are married. That's when I marry you. See me and my husband.